My name is Cedric James. I am a deckhand for Savage in the Marine.
I'm Justin Miller. I'm a tankerman.
Well, it's a regular day. We just finished loading the barge, so we was waiting for everything to be moved and tied everything back off. And before we start pumping, we have to test all the machinery to make sure that the alarms are working. And after we got finished checking them, we was gonna go over and connect the hose to the barge. Then we come down the steps. I'm first, my tankerman is behind me. I stepped outside of the spill rail in front of a cavern and my foot just totally slipped out from under me.
It happened so fast that there's nothing I could do. I seen Cedric's foot slip. He grabbed a hold of the cavil, which gravity continued to pull him in the water, which was, was eye-opening for me. And as he hit the water, first thing went through my mind's man overboard. The icy conditions it was real cold there.
I had time to think when I was falling. I thought to myself, this water's gonna be cold. What am I gonna do? And then just pure out fear. Just fear through my whole body. I hit the water with a pretty good impact. I went deep, and it felt like I went deep enough to probably touch the bottom of the river, but it was real dark. And all I could think to myself was get to the top. Just get to the top. And I was swimming. It felt like I was swimming forever, but I was probably only under for about 3 seconds. Finally get to the top, just shocked and getting ready to panic. But I can hear my tankerman yell to me, swim to this tire, it's gonna be okay, I'm gonna get you out, stay calm.
I looked down at Cedric and I kind of, for a brief moment, I knew you were, through our drills that we've learned, our man overboard drills with Savage and things, that you never take your eye off a victim, but at the moment, being off that empty barge, that there was really no way not to take my eye off of him. So what I done is I told Cedric, I said, Cedric, I'll be right back. And what I was meaning to that was, I didn't want him to think that I was leaving him, but to my left, I had seen a barge line laying there with an eye in it.
My tankerman and the short tankerman both came up with a plan to get me out. He ended up tying off a line to a cable, and he threw it down, and he asked me if I could get my arm into the eye. In my mind, I said, I'm able to get this line around him. I can lift Cedric out of the water. But because anyone knows that a life ring to a man, of any size, you can't get it around your body. And in cold weather, you lose consciousness. You can't hold on to that life ring. So I knew if I got that line around him, that we would still be able to save Cedric. Even if he lost consciousness. And the whole time I'm just thinking that, man, this is probably where it's going to end for a second.
So I dropped him the line and made sure he got it around his body. And as he got it over his head and everything, I did dog it off to the cavil. That way, if something happened, that we would still be able to rescue him, and he wouldn't float down and maybe have an even worse accident being pinned between the dock and the barge.
The plan was that if they could bring the crane around and drop it down and get me out, it would be a quick rescue. For some reason, on this day, by some no idea act of God, the crane was not getting air pressure, so it was going extremely slow. The whole time I look up, it's coming down as slow as you can possibly imagine. We
got the chain hoist down to him and started as we lifted him out, and he was very, very thankful we got him out. And I just some of the training that we've done here at Savage and over the time with the man overboard and getting everybody, response times and things like that, it's really paid off to Cedric being probably here with us today.
I asked my tankerman, what was you thinking? Just out of curiosity, I asked him, what was you thinking at the time? And he was like, man, just gotta stay, just trying to keep you calm and trying to stay calm. And I thank him all the time, man. I call him, we real good friends now. I call him when whenever I'm not doing anything, and we talk all the time, and I always tell him thank you, and I try to help him out if he needed it. I give him a hand, just really, really thankful and grateful that he was there and he saw me.
That's what this is all about. We're one big brotherhood, and I would never leave a man behind. That's what I told Cedric when he was in the water, and I kind of felt that he was thinking that you're not going to get me out of here, and I told him you're getting out of that water and you're going to be fine, but because we ain't going to have that on my watch. But me and Cedric stay in contact. We've come to be very close, and I don't know if I'm sure it's a lifelong friendship now that we've bonded through all this, and we still talk about, because I think about this every day, that I seen my buddy go in the water, and I've worked around the water my whole life, and that this opened my eyes to something that, everybody gets complacent with, walking on a barge. It's a barge big as a football field. You're complacent with that, and all that took one step, and I watched the guy go from walking to in the water in a matter of a split second.
It was a life-changing night. It's changed a lot of things. You think about a lot more now when you step on a barge.
My training at Savage really prepared me to, when I was faced with a situation, as Cedric falling overboard, is that the drills that they have instilled in us and the safety aspect of the whole company is what really, I think, prepared me to be able to keep calm and help this guy out and not, and not have a worse outcome than it was. Yes, we did lose a man in the water, but we're here to talk about it today, and we're not talking about a death in the industry. We're talking about a check mark for the good guys. We saved somebody, and that was due to the training that Savage has brought company wide to us.
We believe that safety success comes from the proactive involvement of each team member, along with the commitment of our leadership team. Nothing trumps safety at Savage. All of our team members have a responsibility for safety.